Right, so welcome to the Marketing My video with me, Catherine Salt. Today we're going to be talking about harnessing the power of YouTube and video marketing. So the three things we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be going through with you today are, one, why you should get involved in YouTube and what a phenomenal resource YouTube is for helping you grow your business. Second, it's how to get started. There's often a lot of fear about getting in front of the camera and barriers thinking it's going to be expensive and difficult. And then finally, once you've made those videos, how you can really optimize them to get them seen and bring more traffic to your website. So let's talk a little bit about YouTube. YouTube was 7 years old yesterday. It was its birthday. And it was originally designed by two friends who wanted to share video with one another. In 2006, it was bought by Google. The fact it is owned by Google has a huge impact on the importance of it. It's now the second largest search engine after Google. People are using YouTube as the first place to look for things. In the last year, the amount of videos has actually doubled on YouTube. There are 72 hours of video uploaded every single minute. In addition to 3 billion hours of video are watched every day. And this isn't just videos of cute fluffy cats. There are a lot of videos of cute fluffy cats, but YouTube's become so much more than that. It's become somewhere where businesses use it to promote themselves. They use it as an alternative advertising area for them. So what about you and your business? What's in it for you? Okay, so I've got three main reasons why you should be looking at using video marketing. As I said, it is owned by Google. So when you do searches in Google, you will often see, or most likely see, videos on YouTube appearing on your first page of search. And the great thing is, video actually ranks a lot faster than when you make changes in your website. So you can quickly shortcut your way to the first page of Google by producing well-optimized videos. Also, there's a lot less competition in video searches, so it's easier to get those rankings higher up. It really is a cheeky little shortcut to get you to the first page of Google. And obviously, the higher up you are in Google, the more visits your website's going to get. You're going to see a lot more traffic. And once you optimize your video with those keywords that you want to rank for, you're really going to start to see the difference. You can also add links into your video, and that's going to encourage people to click on and visit your website. Align that with strong calls to action and give people a reason to click. You'll see a huge difference. With proper optimization, your videos can increase your chance of getting on to the first page of Google by 53 times. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's all very well having people coming to your website, but if they're not doing anything when they're there, there's no point. YouTube can also help you increase your conversion rate. You're going to see more results, more sales, more leads from using YouTube. The Internet Retailer says that 52% of consumers say that watching videos makes them more confident in their online purchase decisions. Zappos, the very famous American shoe retailer, reported a 6 to 30% increase in sales for products with videos on their descriptions. Furthermore, retailer site visitors who view videos, they stay longer. They're hanging around your site longer. And they are then 64% more likely to purchase than other site visitors. The great thing about increased conversion is you're bringing down your external costs. If you're getting more conversions, you can reduce the amount of money you're spending on AdWords. That's going to make you a lot more efficient. You can also use videos in email marketing. It doesn't just have to be statically sat in YouTube. And they've also done research that shows that if you use the word video in your title, subject line of your email, your open rates can increase by 7 to 13%. And finally, and I think this is one of the most important things, is you can really use it to build relationships with your customers. YouTube isn't just a broadcast channel. People have the opportunity to comment, like, and share your content. And as we said when I was talking about conversions, video really helps to build trust. You're really giving a personality to your brand. You're showing who your business is. I mean, this all contributes to you breaking down barriers with potential customers. It allows you, you can use it to answer commonly asked questions. If you get a lot of repeat questions from customers, what do I do with returns? What happens when I have faulty goods? How does this work? Is there a shortcut to doing this? You can answer all of those in video form. It can be a lot more engaging for customers than having to read things. It's also an amazing opportunity to show customers how your product works, giving them also a 360-degree view of your product can be very effective. And by having all this content and resources, that can help you improve customer satisfaction, because you're helping to manage customers' expectations before that product has even come through their door. Increased satisfaction is going to reduce the time you spend on dealing with customer complaints and customer issues. But this all sounds fantastic. The numbers are so compelling on why you should be doing this. So why isn't everyone doing this? I think there's a lot of fear. I think we stop ourselves because we worry about how much it's going to cost, how difficult it is. In fact, we might feel a bit shy in front of a camera. But there is a solution to all of this. First of all, let's start with the equipment. It doesn't have to be expensive. If you have a smartphone, you can use a video recorder on that. The iPhones, the HTCs, the Samsungs all have really good high resolution, high definition cameras on them. A lot of pocket cameras, little compact cameras have video settings on them that can be used. You don't have to have a great big video camera. In addition, there are products like the Flip camera and the Kodak ZE, which are tiny little handheld things which are very, very simple to use. The great thing about the Kodak ZE, for example, it has an external microphone jack, which a lot of the small cameras don't have, and that can really help with having a really good quality audio. Then what about the editing? This sounds like it's going to be pricey, but you don't have to spend a lot. YouTube actually will allow you to edit your video online on their platform. It's not very sophisticated, but you can trim your videos very easily. You can change colors, tidy up the audio. It's great for a free option. Also, if you have a Windows machine, a lot of them come with Windows Movie Maker. Again, it's a great place if you're just trying things out and you just want to start off. Mac owners, a lot of Mac owners buy Macs because they are great for this sort of thing. And iMovie, I've used, and I've found it very user-friendly, very intuitive. If you are a PC user and you're looking to get a bit more serious about this, I've heard that Sony Vegas is an excellent program, editing software, and it starts at about £70, which isn't too pricey. If you are camera shy and you don't want to get in front of the camera, you don't have to. You can do things that are called screencastings. For example, this webinar, when it's recorded and put on YouTube, is an example of a screencast. It's talking over slides such as this. Now, you can get software that will record this for you. Now, there's a free option called Cam Studio, which you can download. If you, again, are sort of going to be a heavy user of this and you're going to be producing a lot of these, it could be worth investing in Camtasia. Now, Camtasia is from TechSmith, and it is a PC piece of software They do a 30-day free trial. I use Camtasia. I found it very easy to use, very easy to upload. And if I was doing substantially more than I'm doing of these, I would invest in that. If you are a Mac user, ScreenFlow is an alternative for you. For me, with what I do for these webinars, I actually record them using the webinar tool. So this is Meeting Burner, and it has a record option on it. So there's no additional cost for me. Then another concern is, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to do videos of? It's really simple. It doesn't have to be difficult. You don't have to be Orson Welles or Steven Spielberg to come up with compelling videos to help promote and sell your products and introduce people to your business. As I said before, you can do slideshows. Really very simple. If you have a very visual product, you can use a program which is called animoto.com, which you can pop up some images of products and it will set them to music and have them moving with a beautiful background, and you can do overlays, etc. And it's really simple, and there is a free option for it, which is always favorite if you want to have a little play around. Screencasts, again, something like this. If you're doing how-tos, for example, number 3, screencast is a really good way of recording it if you don't want to be in front of the camera. Interviews. Start talking to people in your industry, people that your customers would find interesting. If you work in clothing, it could be people who are designers, retailers, models. And you don't always have to be face-to-face with these people to interview them. You can do interviews via Skype. All you need then is some screen capture software, as we were talking about before, to record it. Then think about product reviews. This is a great way of giving your consumers more insight into your product. You know, they can see around it. If it's clothing, they can see what it looks like when somebody's actually wearing it. And it really does give them a much more better idea of what it would be like, the product actually like. Now, talking heads. These are when you have somebody speaking directly to the camera. You could be doing something like a book review, talking about industry developments, asking questions, and it really is just a small snippet that is done direct to camera. And then answering frequently asked questions. This is a great way, as I was saying earlier, of helping people with queries about your product, about your business, your returns process, what to do if something is faulty. You can either do that, you could do that as a talking head, you could do that as a screencast, and it gives your consumers all the information that they need to hand. Now, you only have, I've seen the figure 15 seconds to get your message across. I wouldn't be surprised if it was less than that. People have no attention span at all. They click play, and if you haven't got your message across in the first few seconds, you're going to lose them. So when you start a video, start with who you are and why people should be watching that video. You have to make sure that those videos you're producing are relevant and are interested to your audience. So make sure you know who your audience are. It would be very easy to fall into the trap of making videos about you and about how great your products are and customer testimonials about how fantastic you are. But this isn't interesting to other people. It's more interesting if you had a third-party independent person reviewing you, but otherwise it really is just showboating and grandstanding. When you are doing videos, it's very important that it's clear to hear. People will put up with bad images, but they won't put up with poor audio. when you are doing things with somebody, speaking or a talking head, it's important that the person doing it is engaged and interesting. If they're not engaged and interesting, you can't expect the people watching it to be. If you're doing a talking head, it's very important to have lots of eye contact, animation, and it can be very difficult when you first start, but try and be as natural as possible. Ways of doing this are, instead of having a proper script, have bullet points just to keep you in the right order of what you want to say. The more practice you do, the better you're going to get at this. It can be very, very embarrassing at first, but just power through and you'll be fine. Now, how long should your video be? It's amazing when I watch videos to realize that I am actually losing interest after a minute and a half. If it's not happened in a minute or a minute and a half, 2 minutes, I'm skipping on to do something else. And I'm not unique. I'm far from unique. I'm sure you do the same thing. So doing short, tiny little videos of 1 to 2 minutes is perfectly acceptable. In fact, it's really quite good. Now, it also means that you have to get through something quite interesting and important in 1 to 2 minutes. This is great discipline for getting your point across. So what about setting up your YouTube channel? It's great. YouTube is pretty intuitive and it is really easy to set up your own branded channel. You will need a Google account before you do it because obviously it's owned by Google. So when you're setting up, make sure you name your channel to reflect the topic that you're going to be talking about. It's not about you. Make it about your topic. It actually will help in your search results. You can add a branded background. You can also put in a logo. All of this makes it look a lot more professional, especially when you change the color scheme as well to make it all match. There are 2 sets I've noticed of settings that need to be filled in. There's one in the channel settings. Make sure you complete the title, your description with lots of these wonderful keywords that you want to get found for, and your tags. Now, once you've picked your channel URL, you can't change it. So pick it carefully because that can't be changed. There's also a second set of settings, and you will find those in the video manager. Again, complete all of these as well, because it all helps towards being found. And I remember first setting up my videos, I've actually missed the video manager ones quite easily. So you've got your wonderful video, your 1 to 2 minute video, which is compelling, interesting, well recorded. Now's the time you want to optimize it. This is where you're going to get people to see it. It's key that when you're doing videos, they do have these things, they are related to your important keywords. Now, it's very easy to identify keywords that you want to rank for. Google has this wonderful keyword tool. All you need to do is pop Google keyword tool in the search box and it pops up. It's got the most horrendously long URL, so actually searching for it is the easiest way to find it. So put in, some words or phrases that you would like to rank for, and then it will magically suggest a load more for you. Pick about 30 of those. Look for ones that have a good quantity of searches per month. You're looking for about 5,000 upwards. This will help you come up with 30 different topics for videos. So before you even start, you've got 30 video ideas. Now, it's these keywords that it's so important that when you're uploading your videos, you use them. So use your keywords in your titles, in your descriptions, and in your tags, because this is how your videos are going to get found. I would also recommend in your description you add a link to your website. This doesn't give you any what I call Google juice, but it is another place for people to find your website and click through. So when you're looking to get more results for your video, it's a sneaky little trick, and I love this one, is you can add what they call a call to action overlay. As you can see in that image there, you see a shaded box with an image, title, text, and a link back to your website. Now what you need to do to get this is actually set up a Google AdWords account. You do not have to spend money, pay-per-click money, loads of pay-per-click money to be able to do this. You can set up a daily budget of just 1p. And that will allow you to use these overlays on all of your videos. It really is a handy trick. See, what I've done in this one is I've done a special offer that if people click through to this, they will get free postage on their first order once they've signed up. And this will help me track how effective these overlays are. When I do my Marketing My videos, I have a call to action that asks people to sign up to the free webinars. In addition to this, there is a tool called Annotations, which is similar to the overlay, but you can add little comments and text throughout the video in different points. Unfortunately, you can't have a link to your website from that, but you can choose to have a call to action that says, subscribe to my YouTube channel. What I would also say is, with the description that you have at the bottom, use it the best you can. You've got quite a lot of space there, so pop it full of your keywords, make it interesting and add those links. What you want to do is you want to encourage people to like, share, and comment on your videos. If you actually do have people who use the video response option, that is such a great indication of the quality of your videos. It's also a really good way of you building relationships with other sites, because what happens is you can add a video response and it's so much more personal and it shows it's taken so much more effort than just writing great video, I really liked it. It's also important to remember that YouTube is not the only video platform. It is the biggest, so you should always be on YouTube. However, there are other options. Look at Vimeo, Blip TV, Yahoo videos. You can upload your videos to these platforms as well. It's all going to help you get the word out. Then look at sharing on other platforms. If you have a blog, make a blog post about your video and upload it. You can put it on a status update on Facebook, tweet about it, add it to your LinkedIn profile. You can also use YouTube videos on your company pages. This was really going to add a little bit more interesting and make them so much more compelling than a lot of the dry corporate company pages that you see out there. I would also say that after you've shared your video on Facebook, about a month later, upload it to the Facebook video option. If you do have a fan page on Facebook, you can actually have a YouTube channel set up as a different link on there. There's an app from a company called Involver that is really, really easy to set up, and it will show all of your YouTube videos on Facebook. If you want to add videos to your website and in an interesting way, there are two websites that I recommend you have a look at. One is called Yubby, Y-U-B-B-Y, and the other is Blinks, B-L-I-N-K-Z. And they're great for putting all your videos in one place in an attractive grid-like thing, and you can use one specific video as your main video and then have all the others around it. Really good idea. I'll put all the links to these things I'm talking about on the blog post when I put the recording up afterwards. If you're doing nice short videos, having a transcription added is a really effective way of getting some of that search engine optimization love. Look at something like Fiverr or Elance and get somebody to transcribe your video. It's very simple to have that transcription added to your YouTube video. And again, as part of the follow-up to this, I will add links to how you can do that yourself. And then finally, build links. You can actually pay somebody to build links to your YouTube videos. And that, again, the more links it gets, the higher up those search engines it's going to go. Now, we are running tight on time, so I am just going to quickly talk to you about 2 examples that I really recommend you have a little look at. And it shows that you can take a product that's really not very exciting and sexy, but still have a massive impact on YouTube. This first one's a product called an aura brush, and basically it's a tongue scraper. Nice. And they have got a YouTube channel, and as you can see here, they have 17 million views about bad breath video. And what their call to action is here, as you can see, you can actually get yourself a free aura brush. All you have to do is click through, sign up, and pay the postage and you get one. It's very clever because once you sign up for your free brush, they have all your details and they can start email marketing to you as well. Another one I really like, and it's great fun, is one for what they call blend tech blenders. And they have produced a whole series of YouTube videos called Will It Blend? And they will take everything under the sun and see if their blend tech blenders can blend it. They do everything from electronics, Old Spice bottles, iPhones, and it's become quite a phenomenon. And all it is they are selling one product, a blend tech blender. They've got a great gimmick and it's done really well. So definitely check those out to see how fun and engaging YouTube videos can be for products. So we're coming to the end of today's webinar. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Catherine Salt, as I said before. If you want to follow me or get in touch with me, you can find me at marketingmy.co.uk. Follow me on Twitter at MarketMy and find me on Facebook at facebook.com/marketingmy.